Hey everybody, it's Brian. Thank you so much for joining me. We're ready to get started with the trading portion of making money from your laptop. I know you're really going to enjoy this. I'm looking forward to putting this together for you because this is my passion. This is what I've been doing for quite some time now. Really, '08 is when I got into the trading space, and I absolutely love trading as a business. First thing before we get started, I am not a licensed investment advisor. I don't pretend to be one. I don't want to be one. I'm just going to show you the information, the methods that I've learned over the years and the things that I do and what I apply to the markets to make my trading decisions. All right. So obviously I'm not telling you what to trade. I'm not telling you how to trade it. I'm just hoping to get my knowledge out there and inspire you to learn more, inspire you to take action, whether that's taking action on the things that I teach you, or maybe taking action to say, hey, I want to go learn some more about this specific market and become an expert so far above and beyond what Brian knows, because I certainly don't know everything. I know enough about the things that I do, but there are certain things that I don't know about. And there's a lot of different ways to come at the market as well. So, maybe what I show you inspires you to start learning about it, and then you find a way that's different from what I do, but fits your personality better. If that happens, that is amazing because it means that you've found a new passion, a new way that you can use to make money from home, whether that's from your laptop or from your desktop PC or whatever it might be. All right. One thing to keep in mind is that futures trading, options trading, crypto trading, any type of trading for that matter, has a lot of risk. And that's why, a couple weeks ago when we first started talking on our Facebook channel here, I wanted to talk about mindset, number one, but also talk about disposable trading capital. It's very, very, very important when we start practicing and implementing some of these processes that we'll be talking about here. It's very important that you're using capital that's not earmarked to pay your mortgage or to pay your rent or for your gas money, your lunch money, or your kids' college tuition. This should be true disposable capital that if it evaporates, you're not going to be out on the streets. It's not going to negatively impact your quality of life, right? It's got to be actual discretionary capital. And I'm slowing down and pausing because I really want that to sink in. We talked about some ways that you can start thinking about to generate some additional cash flow through hobbies, through leveraging your current position to earn more money strategically, obviously, to find scalable businesses, which we're going to talk about here as well. But it's very important to utilize those things to create some money that isn't money that you're currently depending on, so that you can put that money to work for you utilizing the methods, the tools, the techniques that I'm going to teach you. All right? What we're going to do, because I have a tendency to start talking and just keep talking. I love to talk. My wife will tell you that all day, that, Brian, shut up. You're talking too much. So what I'm going to do is chunk this down into segments. And the segments are going to flow like this. We're going to do one a day. So today is setting the stage. Tomorrow is going to be money management. Money management, having a good strategy behind you to manage your funds appropriately, really can be the difference between a very quick ruin or being able to live through some of the downs to enjoy the ups down the road, right? So money management will be our very first module. Then I will go into the different types of markets that we can be trading. So we'll talk about the different types of markets, the brokers that just to give you some ideas of brokers that you can work with out there, and some of the requirements for being in each of those markets. Then we'll talk about the different trading types, going from scalper type traders, meaning they're in and out very quickly, all the way to position traders that buy and hold things for long terms. So we'll talk about the different trading types that are out there. Then the following lesson, we'll get into identifying levels and talking about support and resistance and why support and resistance is a type of strategy or a type of measure in a marketplace that a lot of traders use. So we'll talk a bit about that. Then the next day, we'll get into identifying trends and how to draw trend lines and identify trends within markets. From there, we'll generate a very basic trade plan that you can start using and practicing with. After you get your trade plan down, we'll come back and we'll talk about a little bit of extra things. We'll get into some more strategies that are slightly more advanced, not going with anything, crazy, nothing off the rails, but we'll talk about some little more advanced things that we can do to view different markets in kind of alternative ways, and also talk about some strategies that we can apply that are a little bit more advanced than what we talked about with the support and resistance and trends and things of that nature. From there, we'll get into mindset. And I know you're going, Brian, you already talked about mindset. Do I have to hear about it again? Yeah, you have to hear about it again. Because mindset, just like money management, is a crucial part of trading. You've got to be in the right mindset. Traders think differently. Traders think in odds and probabilities, and thinking in odds and probabilities is what allows traders, or helps traders, I should say, stick to the process. Remember, we talked a couple of weeks ago on the Facebook page, about focusing on the process over the outcome. Thinking in odds and probabilities helps traders do that, and we'll talk a little bit about the right mindset for trading. And then finally, our last module, I think that'll be module 9, we'll start putting it all together, and that's where I'll start showing you some live trades in the marketplace, things that I'm doing. And then from that point, you'll have a really good foundation. And moving forward from there, as I maybe do a quick live stream and pop over to my Interactive Brokers account, we can look at some of the futures trades that I might have on or that I'm thinking about for the day. Or we'll pop over to TradingView and have a look at some of the crypto trades that I might have on, or we'll have a look at the foreign exchange market. So once we've got that foundation, we can go into just about any market and start showing you some things, and it'll make more sense to you as to why I'm doing what I'm doing, or the things that I'm looking at and why I'm looking at them. So that's the goal. That's our overview and what you'll learn over the next 9 to 10 days as we get started, all right? Today, I just want to talk a little bit about why I love trading as a business so much. Because, as you know, I discussed, last live stream, maybe the one before, I got started in real estate. And that was my side hustle, if you use kind of a millennial term there. My side hustle was real estate. I was working a corporate job and was wanting to find ways to make more money so that I could, A, pay off debts, and B, start creating a nest egg. That was through real estate. And eventually, real estate eclipsed what I was earning with my regular day job, and I left that day job and did real estate 100% of the time. And then I transitioned from real estate into trading. I started investing in other businesses, and one of the businesses that I invested my real estate earnings in was a trading education business, and that's how I got in to trading, was through that trading education business. So since then, I have lived and breathed this stuff, educating new students on ways to look at the market and be successful with some very basic strategies. But trading as a business is amazing because it has a very low startup cost, and relatively speaking, obviously. But there's some capital required. But you look at buying a McDonald's franchise, or you look at opening the next Our Taco, or name any business. If you're going with a lawn care business, you have to buy equipment and trailers and trucks. So comparatively, trading has a very low startup cost. As a matter of fact, if you're looking at trading in the cryptocurrency markets or the Forex markets, there's a very low barrier of entry with just a few $100s to get started. So a very low startup cost goes into this business. It's a business that can fit into literally any schedule. Once you know the basics, once you understand some basics and have a good plan and understand how to execute the things that we'll be talking about, I'm gonna give you what you need to get started here. But once you understand this stuff, no matter what time of the day or day of the week you're in, there's a market that's open. So, obviously crypto is 24/7. Forex is 24 hours, 5 days a week. And then of course your stocks, options, futures markets are much more limited to US sessions, but there is a market for any schedule. So that's pretty amazing. You don't have any of the employee headaches to worry about as when you're trading as a business. It's you. You are the employee. You don't have to worry about somebody calling in sick. You don't have to worry about somebody tripping and falling and getting hurt on the job, or you don't have to worry about your new lawnmower breaking down if you're starting a lawn care business, or the having to rebuild the kitchen if you're in the food industry or whatever it might be. You don't have any of those headaches when it's trading. You're responsible for your success. I love that. I love accepting and taking ownership for my direction, whatever that is. Whether it's the right direction or the wrong direction, I own it. I love being responsible for that. That's why I like trading, because I'm the one that's pushing the button. No one is making me do anything that I don't want to do. Coming back to kind of what we talked about anywhere, fitting in any schedule, there's a lot of different things that you can trade, and there's a lot of different ways to trade it. Trading is one of those businesses that you can do in a variety of different ways, in a variety of different instruments that fit your personality and your budget. It's amazing. Why is now a good time to get in trading? Well, I don't think there's ever a bad time. I really don't. Turmoil and uncertainty create volatility in the marketplace. One thing that is certain is that there's always turmoil and uncertainty in our political regimes around the world. There's always something going on that's creating volatility. And what volatility means in our markets is opportunity. And the amazing thing is, when you learn how to do this, we're not talking about just buying and holding something and hoping that it goes up. I'm going to teach you ways that you can make money whether the market is going up or it's going down. It doesn't matter. There's profit to be had both directions, and we're going to learn about that. That's one of those things I think that sometimes is tough to grasp if you haven't been around this industry or haven't been educated on trading previously. It's hard to understand how you can sell something before you own it and make money as that asset decreases in value. But we'll talk about that. We're going to educate you on that. Another reason for why now is because it is such an amazing time of the world that we live in. Technology has made it so easy to participate in this stuff. I mean, just think back. Think back 15 years ago, 20 years ago. The internet was not what it is now. It was not point and click with these really nice WYSIWYG, which is what you see is what you get, buttons and movements and flows, the way everything works right now. Right now, you can open up a chart and you can draw on it and move things around and click and trade and enter trades and take off trades and modify trades, all just with the click of a mouse. You don't have to look at these lines of numbers and almost like spreadsheets of numbers that you have to modify and that are working very quickly, or even think back to ticker tape, from many, many years ago. Our technology has just brought all of these markets right to our fingertips so that we can sit in our living room and trade the market. It's amazing. I was able to take obviously now, I think some of you have seen my office from other videos that I've done. So I've got multiple monitors now, and but I still don't have many. I've got 2 monitors on my trading computer, and then I have my laptop, which is what I run my other business from, is from that laptop. But previously, I did everything from my laptop. We lived in Costa Rica. We lived in Argentina. We traveled all through Central and South America. We've been through Europe. We've been in Asia, in various countries. And at all times, I had my laptop, and I'm able to pull up and look at the market and make trading decisions because it's all at my fingertips. Technology is amazing. It blows my mind what we have been able to accomplish, and I just can't wait to see what's coming next. So anyway, I'm getting way off track there, but technology's made it really easy to participate. That's the thing you need to know, uh, and I'll show you how to do that. You don't need multiple big monitors to successfully trade. You can do it right from your laptop, and I'm going to teach you how using some time-tested, proven strategies that will allow you to do that. So another last bullet point for why now is you're going to generate some additional income through those processes that we talked about a week or two ago. I don't remember exactly when that was. But you'll take that income that you've generated, that disposable, discretionary income, and you'll put it into the market, and then you'll let that start working for you. So instead of having to constantly work to make new money, you're going to do less work to make that money start working for you. You're still going to have some effort. There's still input that's required from you based on what you've learned and what you see on your charts and in the marketplace. But ultimately, over time, those decisions aren't going to take as much time as it took to initially create that first bit of income. And then you'll let that income keep growing and working for you. And that's what we're positioned to do here. How do you position yourself for success? Well, go back and review what I talked about in mindset, because you've got to have that foundation for mindset to get started. Next, find some discretionary income. If you don't have it yet, that's okay. You don't need it right now. When we get into the second module, which will be what's today, Wednesday? So that'll be on Friday. We're going to talk about the different markets and the brokers and the requirements, kind of give you some ideas of where you would need to be to invest and trade in these various marketplaces. But when I do that, we're going to talk about the brokerages, and the brokerages are really cool because they all provide you with some sort of a demo or paper trading or practice trading account. And that will allow you, even if you haven't generated that discretionary income yet, it'll allow you to start practicing the things that we're talking about. So position yourself for success. Number one, go back to the mindset piece. Make sure that you're working through that process. Number two, make sure that you're working through some process to put aside or generate some discretionary income. And that will get you in the right direction to position yourself for success as we start talking about this. Next is make sure that you're watching the modules in sequence. That's really important. I'm putting these things together in a way that will build from one lesson to the next. Just don't go, I don't need money management. I'll just come in on Friday when Brian starts talking about the different markets. Or, I don't want to talk about support and resistance. I'll wait until we get to the little bit extra because support and resistance seems too basic to me. I'll skip mindset. Well, I mean, it's all there for a reason. I'm going to talk about all these things for a reason. It's important to review them all, so go in sequence. The other thing that you can do that'll really help you along is, as we're talking about these things, implement. Start practicing. Again, you don't have to put real money on the line. Do it in a demo account, in a practice account, a paper trading account, right? But implement so that you can start seeing how these things work and you can start practicing. One of the very, very, very important lessons that we've taken away, I think everyone now has heard or read, Malcolm Gladwell, and gosh, the name of that book just flew right out of my outliers, right? Where he talks about needing 10,000 hours to become an expert on something. It's probably a little bit excessive. I don't know that you really need 10,000 hours to become good at trading, but you do need to practice, and you need to practice well and practice right. So implement those skills. All right? So that is it. We're going to move from here to money management tomorrow. So tune back in. Look for the next lesson where I'll talk about money management. I'm trying to keep all of these lessons to 10 or 15 minutes. It's tough for me because I really like to talk, but I am going to do my best to keep these lessons short so that it's something that you can come in, you can listen to, you can digest it, and then you can start practicing it. All right? And shorter lessons, I feel like, keep your you don't have to worry about your attention wandering off. I think we can all keep our attention trained for 10 to 15 minutes a lesson. All right, so that's it for now. I hope you guys all have a great day. I'm looking forward to talking about money management when we come back tomorrow. Have a great one.